going on, everybody? How are we doing? It is the most wonderful week of the golfing year. There we go. I don't know why my game wasn't coming up. It is Masters week. We're a couple days away from any Masters activities, but heading down to beautiful Augusta National Golf Club. My favorite, probably most people's favorite week of the golfing year. It comes fairly early in the season, but there's just something about that course, that tournament. Very much so looking forward to it this weekend. Obviously a shame it's not officially in the game. Well, I don't know why I put officially in quotes. It's not officially in the game, but there are definitely some recreations floating about. We may or not play them at some point this week. May or not play them this week. If I have some time after stream, maybe I'll one of these days I'll record a playthrough of one of them. Yeah, I look very much forward to Wednesday, get the par 3 tournament, and then the beauty of it all happens or starts on Thursday. I was like, they really want to do Divot Derby, but I forgot these are holdovers from last week. Divot Derby and casual matchmaking. It's just not worth it to me. Those are not worth it to me. 50 VC getting 4 eagles or better. I mean, I'm not going to go out of my way for it. Anywho, Map, what's going on? Johnny, welcome back. We have a couple not Augusta courses if I want. They're actually not Augusta, just inspired by. I feel like people have done a very good job. Also, this music is a little bit loud. Let me bring it back down to where we normally have it. Put it back to background noise range. Let me know if that's too quiet. Now we've got enough of a lead. We've got enough of a lead. I was gonna say we don't have any sort of warm-up because we're going in round 2, but I think we have like a 9-stroke lead or something on the rest of the field. We were just absolutely dominating last time out. National Hill Golf Club is one. Yeah, we'll have to see. So, I guess before we really get too deep into things, I put an announcement in Discord. Obviously, not everybody's in Discord, but I would say join Discord because it is the best place to keep up with stream announcements and such. And with that, that would mean we have an update, and that is that streams are forevermore, at least for the next, however long, going to be starting at closer to 8 p.m. Eastern. So normally we're starting around 7:30, but my son's bedtime has moved back now to 8 o'clock, and so with that, my stream time is going back with it. So we're going to be starting at 8 at the earliest, a few minutes after 8, hopefully at the latest. So stream starts getting bumped back a little bit, and with that, stream length is gonna go down a little as well. So it is what it is. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but we gotta do what makes sense for the fam. At this moment in time, that is later bedtime. This is indeed just a hobby. As much as I enjoy it, I can only give so much time to it. Also, just casually starting out with an eagle here on the first hole. What's going on, Fly Guy? Happy Monday to you. Hope all is well. Got a lot of wind playing on this guy. Jeez. We're gonna club it up. It's playing like 121, and then he gets some decent wind into this. It's playing like right around 130. I feel like with a pitching wedge, you can kind of attack it. I'm gonna go just a little bit long. It should cut through. Was it 92%? 91% is a pretty decent miss. Yeah. All over that one. All over that one. Sugar Magnolia is one that I've heard of. That is one that I've heard of, map. Yeah, I don't know if I need to, like, make a list of them. Make a list of them and try and play as many as I can. Because the thing is, I don't want to get, like, spammy with it. Maybe what we could do this week... Trying to think. Maybe we just do, like, one day where all we do is Augusta, like, stuff. Like, that's definitely one way to go about it. It's a thought. I shaped that too much. Not gonna lie, I didn't really take the time to figure out what that one was doing. Oh, that was a really good line. I underswung it. You know, people have made the comment about all of the putts being the same input. And I think that's largely true, but I don't think that it's 100% true. I think as you get to the longer putts, you do lose that rhythm, or like that. When I say rhythm, I mean just like not the rhythm, like how the game defines it, but I mean you get into a rhythm of like how long the backswing is, and when you when you start your downswing. I believe that is a slightly different. Slightly different and longer length as the, I don't know what the threshold is, but like here it's pretty straightforward as I underswing it. Nice. But at some of the higher percentages, I feel like you have to hold it just a hair longer. So it's like, I feel like with everything in this game, there are a lot of general rules of thumbs, and just with that generalizations, naturally, that you can make. But I feel like it's just very, very easy to lose the nuance. Gator, thank you for the follow. And so it's a little bit, I don't know, not annoying, but I don't know, people tend to take things as gospel. And it's like, it's true for most cases, but if you don't explore things for yourself, or like try and consider other cases, you'll lock yourself out of some success once you start playing with, a lot of times, with higher difficulty settings. And I don't mean that in terms of the game, I mean like the conditions that you face on the course. Yeah, that's a little bit left. And that stems back to last game. Like, everything is fine and dandy until you start playing on okay, see, I saw the slow moving beads and I just read it as more break per grid. That's okay. I should have looked closer at it. But like, everything's fine and dandy until you start playing very high wins and everything you know gets, you know, multiplied to a much higher number. If you drive this out here and you don't find it, you've got like 250. I mean, I guess the thought process here is you have to lay up. If you miss this opening, you have to lay up out of 8. You're laying up further back, or you have to lay up if you miss, so you may as well go for it. That's kind of the way that I'm approaching that. Now, this is still pretty nasty. Trying to overpower it just a little bit to clear. That's gonna be a nasty kick, yeah. What's going on, Ollie? Masters top 3, in my opinion, on the spot. What, you mean who do I think are like the top 3? Like, if I was gonna pick the people to finish top 3 this weekend? I mean, it's tough to pick against Scotty. Just his history here at the Masters and the way that he's continued to play. Rory, I feel like you can't count out the way that he's playing. And I feel like DeChambeau, the hard part with the LIV guys is I haven't paid attention to any of the LIV stuff, so I don't really know. But DeChambeau has been playing quite well at these most recent majors. So, like, you know, don't really have like a lower name. I want to throw somebody like Ludwig Oberg up there, but he didn't really have a great week last week. I will say, thinking about it now, like, Schauffele coming off of... Kind of felt like Schauffele was never getting it done, and then last year he got it done a couple of times, so... You know... Him breaking the seal might make him dangerous at Augusta. Hey, what's going on, Garrett? Welcome back. Going to Augusta Thursday morning, Garrett. Have a grand old time, man. Have a grand old time. That's going to be awesome. The pitch is not the play. Pitch is not the play. Ooh. Ooh, okay. That wasn't the play either. Definitely saw that go in a bit differently in my head. Why do I keep underswinging these putts? Guess I feel like something in my head makes me feel like those need to be shorter backstrokes, but they don't. What's going on, Joe? Happy Masters Week. Happy Masters Week. Give you Hovland. I do like Hovland. Think he pushes Scotty and Bryce all the way. Well, do you think that that's like a planned thing? As in, Rory is saying that he's got issues to kind of keep the media and the pressure off of him a little bit. Like, real talk, like, does Rory actually have any sort of issue? I truly don't know. But we will have to see if he can finally, you know, turn the tides of history, so to speak, and get the win. What's going on, Pseudo? How's it going? See, with your great aunt, stay with her. I haven't seen since last year. Lives in Augusta. I think I feel like you had mentioned that before, yeah. Chestnut checkers, where we keep the major hype down after the US Open putt. Also got Irish blood, they don't complain a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Feels like it could be a very strategic thing to try and just keep people off his back. Yeah, keep the monkey off his back a little bit. I mean, he's been playing as well as anybody on tour. So, coming into the Masters playing like that, he's played really well at Masters, just hasn't been able to get the job done. Also, I see you sneaking in there, Heels. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody from Heels' stream. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Masters Week to you all. We're just getting warmed up with some Legend Career Mode. Hope you're all doing well. What are we up to, Heels? Don't forget about Rom. Honestly, I know this is really bad, and this is exactly what LIV doesn't want, but I tend to forget about most of the LIV guys, largely not because of like who they are, because obviously I know Rom and stuff is a great player, but yeah, when I'm not seeing or hearing about these guys and don't really know the level of golf that they're playing at, it's hard. It's hard. Phasmophobia and then some golf. Very nice. Phasmophobia is not something that I've ever gotten into, nor do I ever think I'll get into, but what, it's like a co-op, like, ghost hunting game? Is that the premise of it, pretty much? What we got? 97%? Wow. That really did turn. I thought maybe that could happen. I should have guarded against it a little bit more. Never see. Well, I don't know. They showed up pretty big last year. They showed up pretty big last year, but I also just don't know, like, you know, theoretically, the more years that it goes, I can see it becoming less and less. Because it's got to be hard to be. I mean, I know they're trying to claim it as serious golf, but I just haven't bought into that. Like, I know there's still money on the line, but like, there's some really big names, and then there are a bunch of names where it's just like, who? And I think my mind wouldn't go that way if the PGA Tour wasn't putting on, you know, these great competitions. But like, guys on the tour are playing really well, and there have been good tournaments, and yeah, it's hard to go, like, if it felt like the best players in the world were missing more, then I could 100% get on board with that. But like, the PGA Tour has kept it feeling like the best players in the world are playing there, in my opinion. Tell the opening tee shot. Find clues. Each ghost has 3 key features to find. Okay. Is there a lot of repeat then with that heels? Like, I guess that would be my question with it. Do you get a lot of repeat? Oh, that's gonna kick all the way into the left rough, isn't it? Bryson's been playing well. Like, don't get me wrong, they're absolutely competitors on LIV. And I'm sure some guys are gonna show up. It's just really big question marks right now for me. It's pretty good. You hope Rory misses the cut? I don't know. I think I continue to like Rory overall just because of liking him in the past. But there are definitely moments where it's, you know, I'm not like 100% on board, but I don't think I've flipped on him. Top 3 you want McIlroy, Fleetwood, Scheffler, Bryson to miss the cut. I do like Tommy. Fleetwood hasn't won on American soil yet, right? That's been a pretty big cloud over his career at this point. Yeah. 132. That'd be just short, isn't it? That's not bad. Yeah, hasn't won on tour. Spieth by a million? Oh. Some old Spieth magic to come back? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Because what, there are a couple of guys with 3 of the 4 majors, right? Rory's got 3 of the 4. He's missing the Masters. Spieth is missing 3 of the 4. He's missing... Is he missing the PGA? Or is it the... Yeah, I think it's the PGA. Hey, good evening, Richard. How we doing? Who else? I feel like there's... Is there one more that's missing 1 leg of the Triple Crown? I mean, obviously Schauffele is halfway there now. So this would be a big one for him if he could do it. Oh, look at that thing start to turn back at the hole. Oh man, that's so good. JT has 3 of the 4 left. No, we're talking one of 4, not 3 left. He must this morning. MRI came back with a double tendon cartilage, right shoulder. Pro no golf for you. Ah man, gotta get that rehab going. Pseudo feels bad, man. Feels freaking bad, man. Also, B-Dan getting there. Thank you very much for the raid, B-Dan. Welcome on in, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. We're just getting things going today, playing some Legend Career at the moment. Yeah, Phil with the US Open, runner-up 6 times. Do we think Phil can do it, though? At this point, like, I don't know. He did it with the PGA a couple years back. I don't know how his game is these days. What's going on, Will? I don't think that's flat enough to pitch it. I think you shorten this and you shape it. Try and introduce... You're putting a little bit of height back into it. Oh, that's good. No! I was feeling pretty good about that. Frankly, thank you for the follow. All right, I have a question. Frankly, is it Commander or is it Commodore? Either way, welcome on in. Commander, you're in a golf hype now. Get in there, aren't we all? You've come to the right place. Masters this weekend. So it's a good week to be a golf hyper. It's a very good week to be a golf hyper. It's playing about 165 and the wind is barely. So you shave it down a little bit and you do something like this. Oh, the wind still played. I guess I didn't shave the 8-iron off as much as. Like, that doesn't have as big of an effect as I thought. I need to take off more if I want it to actually do something. Oh, look at that thing just keep trickling. Just keep on moving across. Get in there. Am I good at golf IRL, Simon? No. No, right now I'm sitting at it from last year. I ended the season at a 26.6 handicap. I'm hoping I can start breaking 90 this year. That's my goal. Phil, Jim Barnes, Tommy Armour, Walter Hagen, Byron Nelson, Sam Snead, Arnold Palmer, Lee Trevino, Raymond Floyd, Tom Watson, Rory McIlroy, and Jordan Spieth. Okay, so Rory, Jordan, and Phil are the 3 current players. Yeah, so I knew there was one more, so it was Phil. So Phil needs a US Open, Jordan needs a PGA, and Rory needs a Masters. Well, we'll be on the lookout for those this year. I mean, I think Rory, statistically speaking, I would say has the best chance of the 3 to complete. Because Rory is definitely playing the best golf of the 3. But when you're looking at a 1-week timeline, or a 1-week window in time, you know, however you want to call it, you can throw a lot of that stuff out the door. I mean, really, you can throw a lot of that out the window. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. I think the weather's going to be good. The only thing I had... Oh, no, I flared it open. Only thing I had seen maybe earlier in the week... What a bounce. Only thing I'd seen maybe earlier in the week was, like, some early rain or rain on Friday, but I think when I checked again, that was gone, so... Who really knows where we're at this point? That looks pretty good. Underswung it. Would have been online. My character just disappeared and this thing stayed. I don't know what that was all about. No idea what that was all about, but we'll take it. Collecting the golf club brand top. All right. I'm assuming that's from our sponsor. Just a casual 13 under, 12 under to win by 17 strokes. We have them on legend difficulty, by the way, just before somebody is like, well, so what? You only have them on some super easy multiplier. No, they're on legend. But whenever they take them off of like real PGA courses to just like the 2K official courses, they kind of lose their wits. They really don't seem to know what's going on anymore at that point. So yeah, we'll take that. Another dub in the book. Got the golf club OG shirt. All right, so we get 50 for the daily for sculptor. We got 100 for getting that shirt, 50 for putts, and 54. All right, not a bad haul, 254 VC. Yeah, only Rory can complete the slam this week. It should be a good tournament. Chances of rain Thursday and Friday. Yeah, but if it's just some light chances, I don't know. If it's just a little bit of rain, that's not gonna be too bad. But I guess the question is always how much rain and at what time of day, right? Because if it's while no one is playing, then it's pretty balanced. But if it happens like mid-morning and those people have to play through it, and then it's a softer course in the afternoon, and then you get afternoon tee times have some sort of advantage. Yeah, obviously that's just the trade-off of how IRL golf works. You see it as a pretty big thing oftentimes in like the Players Championship. That one always seems to be a recurring theme. There isn't supposed to be much rain at all? You've been looking since you're going to be going tiny bit Friday morning? Yeah, that's what I had seen, Garrett, and then like I took a peek at Augusta's weather like a day or so ago, and then I think I peeked this morning because it was still up on my phone, and it looked like the chances had gone down at least low enough where it didn't look like they were going to be... Oh, I didn't have a rival set, dang. It didn't look like they were, there was enough rain to be like, or enough of a chance for them to be like, yeah, rain coming. Oh, you know what it is? The 2300 more XP we need here, it's not that you need 7400, it's just showing you up to like what the max XP is that you need. Alright, I think we're good on this. What do we have as our other quests for today? Is there anything? Okay, so 11 out of 15, that's gonna get taken care of for free. We've got the weekly master, we got the daily master. Weekly, I'm assuming, is going to be at Lone Grove, right? I think that's the name of it. It's going to be at this game's Masters venue, which I think they call like the Legend Cup or something along that line. Zero merits. Now we're just getting none? We're not even getting the wrong... We got 20th with our 18 under and no merits. I don't understand. I feel like the merit payout is like somehow tied to like an earlier event. So like at some point we're gonna get paid out like a crap ton for that finish. Alright, Central Otago, and then there it is. We are in the Legends Championship, Lone Grove Golf Club. We are in the Eagles, so we are in the main... We're in the main field this week. It blows my mind that some people will grind like every tier of this. Like, how do you not get bored of playing the same stuff over and over again? I mean, I get playing the same stuff over and over again, like over spaced out amount of time is like okay, but to just grind it out within the same week, I'd get bored. Alright, so we want that Evo tool. If they'll finally give us the upgrade, the Evo tool is always just nice to have in the bag, because if you have multiple players going, they just want you to play in so much. Because this is by event count. Like, it's not by rounds played, it's by event count. So, like, 4 weeks to go. I mean, in order to get these rewards, right? In order to get this cowboy thing, if you played the weekly and the daily every day for the whole, it's like 13 weeks, 7 times 13 plus 13, right? That's how that would work out? So it'd be like 104 rounds or something. I mean, surely you could get everything then, right? I think these are the same, right? 1, 6, 11, 16. I mean, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No, you'd have to play more, right? No, that's 95, 96. Yeah, you have to play so much or play multiple within a day or week, and like, I don't want to play Master and Pro of the same thing every day. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna write it off as a loss that, like, for every season of ranked tours, I will not get the top rewards. I won't get the top rewards. Yeah, I mean, good for these people. I've got 765 merits. They've got 3K, but I mean, they're also playing pretty much every single event that you can do. But it doesn't help that they're not really paying out merits all that much anymore. What's this seasonal stuff look like? 45,963. I mean, jeez. It says we're 52nd, which is hilarious, because we're clearly not. I don't know how that works. Why does it say that we're 52nd? Oh, because after 50... What? So everybody that is above position 51 is tied. Tied at 52. There are no positions beyond 52. That's... Well, I mean, I guess hopefully they have all of the 2K Tour stuff figured out for next season. Sorry for the caps, what's going on, Mike? I thought you were getting really passionate for a second. To be honest. Okay, so my question, I guess, is what do we think is gonna be the way this plays out in terms of updates? So they put out a tweet today. Let me pull up the tweet. Let me pull up the tweet here. They put out a tweet today mentioning, which I was surprised, it was like about their Discord and Reddit, which I was a little bit surprised, because if they're gonna put something like that out now this late, my mind is immediately going to, they must be ready to update with something here pretty soon, right? So join our growing communities on Reddit and Discord to hear more on the latest game updates find societies to join, and discover newly created courses. So me, well, I immediately go to some copium. That latest game updates means new update coming soon. Because I feel like 2K's social media play is, for the most part, fairly predictable. Or at least a very, just, I don't know, generic. Because additionally to that, they posted multiple, like, they went on a field day of some, like, retweets here today. Part of that, I think, is because it's Masters Week, and so you want to have social media presence for golf on Masters Week. But they don't have the Masters rights, so they have to do it other ways. So they boost their social media. But we've got, 4 weeks until the end of Season 1. We know they're doing 5 seasons. Like, the way that I look at it, there's probably going to be a locker code this week. Right? There's going to be a locker code, or there's going to be some sort of special quests in game for things that are vaguely Masters related, but not like tiptoe the line a little bit, the same way they did the H4P33 putter or whatever, like the Happy Gilmore hockey stick. Like, this is me getting into, maybe a little bit too much of like conspiracy theory. But I feel like them posting something like this, that an update is coming, and then we would get one again in like another 3 weeks when the season ends. Like, that's kind of where I'm at with it, or at least that's my theory, is some sort of game update, and then we get a game update with the next season. Now, notably, one thing that we haven't gotten within this season is a new course, a new player. I'm wondering if they're just waiting for the next season for that sort of thing to drop. I'm also wondering, like, future thinking to next year, if they will have any updates and have access to the PGA, US Open, and Open venues. Like, I know we're supposed to get, and maybe they'll drop that around the Open. Maybe around the Open we'll get, because that's in July, right? So maybe around July, that's kind of the end of Season 2. They're probably planning on that being when they drop, why am I blanking on the name of it? St. Andrews. But I can't help but think they're going to drop something before St. Andrews. There's got to be something. They've been pretty quiet, and I'm wondering if this is part of that, or at least for the updates, because for whatever reason they don't post the updates on their official PGA 2K channel or on the 2K support. Like, they don't post any of that. I find it a little bit odd, but then again, they did a much better job with the leading up to the game, announcement stuff, so I guess I can't expect them to hit on everything this game. Maybe in 2K27 we'll get there. But yeah, so that's my current theory on things. I don't know what you guys think, but that's where I'm at. Then, a little bit of copium, hoping for some updates. Because I think if they can fix a few things with the performance, get the stuff going, and all of a sudden we get going with TGC and stuff, that'd be pretty great. Right, Mike. They do need to fix that. They do need to fix that. I am trying to, I guess, like, obviously I love TGC and that is going to be a part of what we do, but I am also trying to find ways to enjoy the game and create content that don't fully rely on TGC. I know for some people that's not what they want out of the game. They only want TGC, and that's fine. But I'm definitely trying to enjoy ranked and ranked tours as much as I can. And ranked has been a good thing. Playing with people, I think playing the ranked tours rounds with people has been fun too, just as like a little daily thing to do. I won't play TGC with people just because there's, stuff matters a little bit more with that, but trying to have a little bit more sense of community and maybe try out some more courses and stuff that aren't necessarily in TGC. We'll see though. I mean, we've got a long game cycle. At some point here, we will probably try and start mixing in some other games, but we're gonna have to feel that out based on the momentum of this game, as it peaks during golf season. The question is, will it fall off entirely before? As much as people are doomsdaying, it's still up over where 2K23 was at during its mainstay portion, but we're also only a few weeks out from the release, right? Like, we're like a month and a half out from when the game came out, so time will tell. That being said, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna play the Daily Master on 2K Tours. If you are interested, you are more than welcome to join. So I'll leave the room code open. I'll put the room codes into the chats, and then we will take a quick break as people file on into that. I appreciate you all being here. The biggest thing that you can do to help, as much as can ask for follows and YouTube subs all day long, and those are all fine and dandy, but you can drop a like on the YouTube streams. Those do help immensely as well. But let me see about sending All right, we're back. All right, last call for any takers on the Daily Master. If not, that is okay. We are always fine to play solo, but I like to open it up in case there's anybody else that wants to join in. But yeah, with the it's a tough thing with the society bug, right? Because we view TGC very highly, right? And obviously there are, you know, a couple thousand people that do as well. But a couple thousand people that play TGC is like the average, or is like the peak player, like concurrent player count on PC. And PC is probably the smallest of the platforms. And so unfortunately, TGC is a drop in the bucket in terms of the player base, and the society bug doesn't affect 2K because 2K, well, quite frankly, this is their society, right? Ranked Tours has effectively become multiple 2K official societies, so I don't believe that we're gonna see the 2K official society return. I mean, I don't know 100% about that, but I would think that this has replaced it. And so because we're a smaller portion, they're going to be focusing on the main stuff that affects everybody, and not the stuff that is more targeted towards us. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not the only people that do societies, but I would think that the data probably shows that societies aren't the bulk of the playtime in like a more general picture. That's just my thought with it. I really thought that lie was gonna play way more. Really and truly. That dies. Wow. TGC and course designers is what gives the game longevity for all the people that play it a lot. I would argue, Mike, that the course designers matter more in that regard than TGC. TGC utilizes the courses, but I think we have to look at it through a lens of the overall player base and not just the player base that we spend the most time with. Because, like, we come back and we play every week, and we play TGC, and we play the courses that they make, but you don't have to play in the societies to play those courses and to enjoy those courses. Oh, get up there. What a roll. Love that pitch. Yeah, no, if this is all the game was, right? We don't have user design courses. We're playing career mode and ranked tours and matchmaking all on the same courses over and over and over again. Don't get me wrong, I could still get a couple hundred hours out of that, right? beat the career mode, maybe beat the career mode, build up some different characters. I could maybe get through, like, I would say probably like a season or two. Probably like a season or two of playing this. And then it would really start to hit. Because I could kind of mask the repetitive course play with the variation of mode. Right, okay, I'm playing stroke play, I'm playing match play, I'm playing against the computer, and there's some achievement progression stuff with it. Once I get beyond that scope, I need to have the user design courses, or it's just like, okay, well, I've effectively beaten the game. Even though technically you could ever beat a golf game, you can always get better, you can always play better people and have that level of competition. That to me, feels like where I would be with it. I'd be with it in the hole? No. Almost. Nice putt, though. Nice putt. Alright, 9 out of 12 daily quests, which means we gotta do all 3 tomorrow. Hopefully the 3 tomorrow are not too annoying. So, that's where I stand with it. I think my opinion on it is that the designers are way more important to the longevity of the game than TGC. I think TGC is important to the longevity of the game for some of us, but I think for the general population and just, yeah, you could have TGC. You could have TGC without the designers, and you could have the designers without TGC. And I just see the designers without TGC as the more replayability route. Because effectively, this is TGC. This is TGC without the designer. Clean up a few bugs, put some different conditions on it, right? Like that's the kind of the big piece that's missing is conditions and leaderboards properly working, but you're talking, maybe some setting tweaks, right? Because TGC is more difficult, but general concept wise, this is 2K's version. That is right on a line. It'll kick up, end up a little bit right. Okay, under swung that rhythm just a touch. There we go. You can take the designer out of TGC, but you can't take the TGC out of the designer. Facts. Big facts. So Map, have you jumped right back into another course design, or are you waiting for some inspiration or some updates to the designer before you jump into another one? 128? Probably playing close to 140, but if we're shaving off and we're up the hill, I'm gonna just take it off like that. And these have been, honestly, going and putting more side spin on than I'm giving them credit for, so I'm gonna aim a little bit more to the right. Not too shabby. Oh, it's World Cup season, okay. So we should start, I guess, when does that wrap up? Because that'll definitely give us a good flow of courses. Ooh. That was too pacey. Just didn't break. Ends in June, have 5 out or so already. Yeah, I just... For me... I have not been playing in societies because I've still been kind of grinding out ranked tours. I've been trying to play some ranked ranked duos and stuff. I haven't really played much for the user created courses at the moment. We are striking the ball at the moment. A little long, yeah. Need to take a little bit off that 4-iron. Oh, get in there, center cop. Love when we can make some putts. That does a playthrough on each of his uses. Yeah. Yeah, and that's like just. It's kind of a tough thing because like so many people do it, but it's also kind of a question that I have. Oh, look at us, just quad perfect power drive. Love to see it. Yeah, that's the kind of content that I don't know. Yeah, do we try and dabble in that? Do we try and dabble in that or not? Of like doing course playthroughs of all sorts of stuff. I feel like I don't bring the design opinion or knowledge to like do course playthroughs. To me, it would be more like just playing through it and, you know, showcasing it in the sense of like, here I am playing it and trying to beat it up. Not from like an appreciation of the, you know, true golf design. And that's one thing that I think I struggle with streaming on YouTube is, you know, if I play through something in a video, like in a live stream, right? And then going to, you know, do we make videos that are just like highlights of the live stream? Yeah, because I've done that before, but it's like you have people that watch the live stream and the videos, so it's like, well, they're theoretically going to be watching it twice. But not everybody does, and it's kind of easy content, so to speak, in that I've already spent the time while live to create it. I just have to, you know, maybe clip and ship it. So that's where I don't really know. It's probably the smart thing to like make the highlights of it. I'm gonna try and go somewhere like here. 18 yards. It's gonna go more than 18 yards. 20 something. I need to give it just a little bit of overpower. 102, that feels good. Didn't get it left enough. 'Cause this does go down to the right. I think 101 is probably good. Just a straight putt off the fringe. Give me that eagle. That's 2 on the round. All right, that puts us at 11 through 11. playing that good golf again. Now the only, I don't really want to call it caveat, but the only real thing going on here in this is that I feel like the 2K ranked tours, they did have really high wins and stuff going on a good chunk of the time. I feel like the past number of weeks, those wins have come down. And so things have started to play just like that little bit easier. I don't know if other people are feeling the same about that. But that's kind of what I feel like I've noticed. Don't have to give designer feedback necessarily. Players' perspectives are useful too. I know, but I guess I'm just always self-critical, Matt. Kind of in the like, I'll just say I like or don't like something just kind of based on feel, and I don't know if that's useful or not. I mean, I think there's probably just a world there where people just want to see you play the course, and it doesn't really matter what my opinion of it is. They just want to see me play it. And I'm sure people can take stuff from that just from seeing it be played, because maybe there's a, oh, I didn't realize that was that easy, or, you know, that was approachable that way, or what have you. Hard to quantify. Yeah, sometimes I think it's just that, like, that doesn't feel right. Yeah, maybe it takes a little bit of self-reflection to figure out why. Oh, I pulled it. We had been firing on all cylinders for so long. Is that gonna have enough legs? Done that with a couple of chips where we put it on a really good line and leave it short. I gotta figure out the chips a little bit better so that we can not do that. And I was trying to get there in 2 and give myself like an easier, but I probably could have gotten there in 2 anyway. 10. Honestly, the lie looks pretty good. The lie looks pretty dang good. Feels like need to overpower this 4-iron. Don't go on the fringe. Come on, get up over the hill, turn left. Oh, give me a 103, and that is pin high. That's still a fantastic shot. To give yourself an eagle chance. Missing the fairway there. Oh, that's just too much. I underswung that, but I could just tell the way that came off that it was too much pace through the early break. Playing that really high. I should have done my practice pullback. Pulled it left and underswung it. We're just very fortunate that the green feeds the way that it does from there. Very fortunate for that. Also, I'm really, like, I am hitting so many Like it's working fine because we're close, but I'm hitting so many poor swing plane contact combos on the putter. See, I put this too close because this spinner, this is like a really ugly spot that I put myself in. Because you almost want to intentionally under-hit this lob wedge. Yeah. I can't stop the pitch. I kind of have to hit the spinner almost like... This is more of a test. But hit this spinner low into the rough and let it like skip. I didn't even get the rough. Oh, that's beautiful. That'll work. That'll work. So it maintains the bite even though it lands. I think that landed light rough, maybe just into the fairway, and that's why it worked. The important part is it maintained the bite that it had on it. This should at least be a full lob wedge. But these courses are so short, that's why I want to see some of these design courses. You know, when you have so much like driver wedge, and like fairly low winds, it becomes pretty repetitive and pretty simple. Just as far as like lining your shots up and getting the approaches in. I played too much for the win there. Did not put that in a good spot. My bad. All right. We missed the birdie putt to go 17, but we clock in with the 16 under. It's not bad at all. Not bad. The fact that we're starting to see the like 15, 16 or better more frequently is very, very good. And we're still not even, we're up to 95 power on our driver. We got B-Dan up there. Seen Siberian around. Not too shabby at all. Not too shabby. All right, so let's see. Let's start round one here. Let's just keep it rolling. Let's go straight into the weekly master. This is a great Augusta like. It really is. Normal firm 7.9. I just wish that they would take the time to put some conditions outside of defaults on. Some courses default wins are really high, some course default wins are basically nothing. They would just do a little bit of, take a little bit of time, maybe switch up tee boxes on rounds and give different wins. To really give us some interesting looks. You know, because then they could set it up where there is a round that's supposed to be lower wins. Lower wins, a little bit more challenging. But then, you know, the same token, you have some rounds that are maybe higher winds, tougher hole locations. Okay, good start, because I missed the swing plane there just a touch. But it's kind of crazy how some of this stuff goes in terms of like inputs, how you can really lock in with the feel of your grip and everything and just hit the points, and then it comes down to how is your game knowledge, and if you can get it close enough, how is your putting. All right, 7 yards down, 165. Playing a couple yards here. The crazy part is like something this steep, like in real life, you'd probably like club down one and everything, but this will be a few yards short. Oh, it held out. That was the perfect distance. That was the perfect distance. So I wonder if maybe that downhill lie there makes it so that the ball does not turn as much. Could very well be the case. All right, 171. Pin is playing, like that's like pin high, and then I gotta take it a couple yards back. And then I mean, heck, go kind of straight at it. Matter of the bounce. That would have been so good. That would have been so good. I'd love another hole in one. I mean, I'd also love an albatross, but another hole in one would be fine by me. Okay, so this course, or this hole, is designed to be difficult for this hole location because of distance in and an angle. Fairway slopes away, and then this pin is tucked around the corner here. Ideally, see, the thing is, with a lie like this, it's gonna turn over towards the hole pretty strongly. And I don't know, do I want to try and play that right to left slope? Like, I don't know that it's gonna get there, but I do feel like the way this comes off that you could hit that slope from here. It's just, we're gonna carry out into the 220s. I closed the face, so we're no longer gonna going after that. You can't believe I'm not watching the college basketball championship, Lucas? Why in any world is that surprising? It's actually an extension. The thing is, any of the like chatbot stuff, Lucas, always, even the Twitch chat, anything just renders as an extension. That's why bots a lot of times will flag stuff as a hyperlink, because it just has like a very basic very basic filter. But yeah, I haven't cared one bit about March Madness this year or most years. Can get around it very easily, Doctor. What's going on, dude? How have you been? Hope you're well. All right, downhill 144. Into the face. Probably playing like 151. Would mean I would want to probably aim it somewhere a little short. It's coming off this downhill lie, changing the trajectory. We're aiming it shorter. Oh, I left the face open. I mean, that is 100%. That was 100% the right call. Wow. I didn't want to move at all. Start a new job again, but they like 12+ hour days, so you won't be showing up a whole lot. Oh man, I mean, hopefully the new job is a good change though. Obviously, have been wondering where you've been, hoping that you're all right. But you know, as long as the IRL stuff is good, that's all that matters. You know, we'll see you when we see you. That's the best we can hope for. Minus 0.5% on the power. I didn't feel like I swung that slow. That's still. I think it just must be the way that I got my hand positioned that those putts are coming off that crooked. But like my swing path has, yeah, my swings have been so good. I have a hard time trying to change that. You know, like we've just been swinging the ball, or swinging the club so dang well. It's really a tough ask. Make that swing line. To make that swing line be a little better, you know? There we go. We'll just exaggerate it, get it down to like 2% on the other side. Yeah, Lucas, the only way you're gonna find me interested in March Madness is if Penn State somehow finds its way into the tournament again. So, yeah, we made it like 2 seasons ago, so like talk to me in like another 7 or 8 years, something like that. Maybe we'll have a little bit of interest. Yeah, that's exactly how I pictured that flight. Get in there. Oh, man. Why did the Shock Pikachu meme? I wasn't sure if the Shock Pikachu meme was in jest or was for serious. That's how you feel about Georgia Tech, Sea-Dog? Yeah, it's just like, it's tough, man. If your team's not in it, hard to be hyped. How we doing, Sea-Dog? Welcome back. I'm also just like I've talked about before, I'm not a college basketball guy. Not really a basketball guy. You know, I root for the Sixers, but I'm not like a big basketball guy. I think a lot of that stems from my family not being huge into basketball. Like my grandfather, he'll watch all the Sixers games and stuff, but like my dad doesn't really watch too much of it. Yeah, I'm not a bandwagoner, but I watch more recently. I've tried like watching like the playoffs and stuff if we're involved, but I keep up with the scores during the season. It's just outside of that. Oh, good putt. I'm doing well, Sea-Dog. It's Masters Week, man. It's Masters Week, so obviously pretty hyped about that. You know, essentially the festivities start on Wednesday. You know, get to watch a little bit of the par 3 tournament. You know, always fun seeing the guys out there with their families and stuff. And then the fun of it begins on Thursday. It's the best tournament of the year with the best coverage of the year. You know, with all the featured groups and selecting your featured groups and, you know, watching the stuff on their website and on the app and everything. Like, it's just, it's very good. I love the Masters. If you're a golf fan, you know, anybody that's a golf fan, I think, just loves the Masters. I don't know anybody that's like, the Masters is alright. Like, it's great. It's a fantastic course that's always just the most well kept, well groomed thing. The competition is so good. Like, it's great broadcast, great everything. I don't know how many times I can say great or speak good things about it. You know, them just be the facts. And not Brad Faxon, but just the facts. Probably playing about 191, to be honest, or somewhere around there. 11 yards. It's over that crest. I'm gonna go a little bit off on this 6-iron here. A little bit off on this 6-iron. I closed the face. It'll still run up there. It's just going to be left. Yeah. Play 2K23, Edgar. Definitely good at the approach. What kills you is the putting. Yeah, man. Putting forever kills me too. You know, it comes and it goes. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm getting better. And then other times we make putts like that. But yeah, putting is definitely tough, man. I've played over 2,000 hours of 2K21, 23, and now into this. Putting continues to be my worst trait. You know, but as they say, drive for show, putt for dough. You know, I try and make my putting better by making my approach game better, but you can only put it next to the hole so many times. Sometimes you just gotta make putts. Favorite hole at the Masters? Yours is 12? I mean, 12 is iconic. For sure. 11 is freaking tough. 11 is freaking tough, man. But I mean, it's pretty hard to pick away from 12. Yeah, there's just so much about the design of that hole. You know, for like bailout, you know, if you bail out or, you know, leave the face open, like the way that it's designed just punishes you. If you're off, most of the time forces you into playing just center green and safe. There we go. I didn't want to give up the hole that much, but sheesh, almost had to. 16 is nice as well. Yeah, that par 3 coming in. Well, and then you've got, what, 15 is the... Is it 14 or 15? That's the par 5. Or no, 13. They moved the tee box back. Yeah, so you got to hit down to that corner and take on some trees. So we're going to get a few yards out of this, but like this wind at the tail, I mean, we're going to still be like 7 yards short. How much can I stretch it, and how much is the wind gonna still aid us here? That's the real question. Oh, I pushed it. Alright, well, distance control was spot on, just a little bit off on the joystick. I guess Masters Week hype has got all of the raids going today. What is going on, Scotty and company? Welcome on in. Any Masters enjoyers? Any Masters enjoyers? We're playing the weekly Masters tournament, Legend Championship, round 1 here on the ranked tours. But hope you're all doing well. Scotty, hope you had a good stream. Welcome on in. Beer Giant, welcome back. This hole is very reminiscent, not as much elevation difference, although I guess it's kind of deceivingly well uphill. This is very reminiscent of the par 5 on the front 9 at Augusta. Course who must not be named, only not named in game. You know, fortunately we can talk about Voldemort freely. I'm sorry, the course that shall not be named. Talk about it freely. It's just in game. We gotta be careful. Here, nah, no TGC, or not TGC, well, there are plenty of TGC enjoyers who are waiting out, but no Masters enjoyers here. Feels bad, man. Alright, let's just fire it. Try and overpower it just because. So we end up, we're gonna end up with some sort of pitch shot. Just get up by the green and we'll go from there. Well, I guess the National isn't on 2K25. 2K has never held the rights to Augusta. So for all of the games that TGC has done or 2K has been involved with the golf club, they have never secured the rights from Augusta National Golf Club to have the course in the game like they've been able to with some of the other courses. Actually, I'm gonna go at 50 degree. I'm gonna go at 50 degree and the partial on this to get it bouncing and rolling through. Okay. Okay. So EA has it. Yeah, EA was able to secure it on their game, but EA had a previous relationship with Augusta National from having secured the license years ago for the old Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy games. And so when they came back around, I'm sure that previous relationship with EA was in play, and that was why they were able to secure rights again. And then they've probably secured some exclusivity with it for the next few years. So even though EA is not doing anything with it at the moment, you know, it is just not there for 2K to even really negotiate anything. So I truthfully don't know that 2K will ever get access. Come on, man. Just give me one of the holeouts. We've been peppering the hole. Put one in. John Mark, what's going on? Quickly and welcome back. Hey, there's a pin there. Ah, good comms. Good comms. I should have looked out for that. Oh, plenty of people have made replicas. Some of them are very, very good. But 99% of the time they get taken down. They don't actually seem to remove them from the database inside of the game. So if you have it saved, like if you have it favorited rather, it tends to still be there for you to play. But outside of that, it is Gonzo Alonso. So it's kind of a pretty constant cat and mouse game with designers and 2K for legal reasons, right? Like 2K has to take it down because they don't want to get, you know, into lawsuit stuff with Augusta National. You shot 15 here and thought it was pretty good? Apparently not. Sorry. I'm just, look at that. I mean, that's power drive. I'm just striking the ball well right now, map. I didn't aim it to the left enough. Oh, we're good. All right, I'm going to pretty much ignore the wind. Hop in the roll. Yeah, that was not as great of touch as I would have liked it to have been. That kind of stingeth. All right, we'll take that. Thanks. Thanks, putt. What's going on, Maximo? This is the weekly? Yes, this is round one. This is round one of the weekly. So they've got us at Lone Grove Golf Course for the Legends Championship. One of these iron or wedge shots is going to go in quickly. I hope so. I need more shorts content. I did, funny enough, have somebody comment on a 2K23 video today and tell me that, yeah, the game is easy on perfect swing. I should try master. And I was like, this is master swing, just 2K23. It's like, all right. Some people honestly are just looking for a reason to hate or try and make you, as a content creator, look like you're not good at the game or something of that nature. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's like I hit a hole-in-one on TGC, like master difficulty on 2K23, and I played this game on Master Legend. All right, well, we're just knocking down our previous bests. We shot a 16-17, and then we went ahead and we shot 18 under in a daily last week, and now we're shooting 19 under in round 1 here. So I guess you could say we're getting better. I guess it's pretty safe to say we're getting better. Love that. Offer consistently cheer for in the Masters. Honestly, Sea-Dog, I like most golfers. Like, if you're gonna ask me like who my favorite is, it's gonna be like Tiger, right? Tiger's the easy one that we grew up on. You know, but I like most guys. Some guys I like more just because I'm more familiar with them. There are only a few that I don't like as much. And even in, I don't know, I always go to F1 because that's another just like individual sport for the most part. There are probably more people that I dislike in F1, and that's like 3 guys than I do on PGA. I'd have to like really dig through. There's probably a bunch of people that I'm indifferent towards, but like I also am one to root for an underdog. Like at the same time as I'm, I love guys like Scotty and Spieth and JT and stuff. Like I also like a good underdog story. You have those AMs and new guys that show up out of nowhere and are suddenly leading the Masters through 2 or 3 rounds. I'm like, freaking do it. Like show, just create the story. What was it, the PGA a couple of years ago? There was the PGA Pro. Was it Michael Block that hit the hole-in-one and was like playing really well? Like I love stuff like that too. I just enjoy good golf and good competition. Good golf and good competition, and I'm sold. I'm sold. There are definitely guys that I love to see do well, and I like what like TGL and stuff brings to the table and the match, like getting the commentary, the banter, when you see it in like the Ryder Cup and the team setting and stuff, like you get to know some of the guys more and you really enjoy that. Yeah, but it's very easy for me to root for most guys. Yeah, Sea-Dog, that's actually what we're going to do now. So yeah, if you're ever here at the end of the stream, I've been pretty much running some ranked duos at the ends of streams, and anybody is free to join in. So that being said, I'll pop the room code into the chat. Anybody's welcome to join me. We can start a queue if there are multiple people that want to. But let's run some ranked duos here. And I appreciate y'all hanging out. If you're new here and you haven't, drop a follow, drop a sub on the YouTube, and probably most importantly out of all of that, dropping a like on the YouTube videos would go a long way for me. That's probably the most help that I can get at this point. So yeah, I mean, the mini sellout in the middle of the stream. Also, we do have a Discord. That's the best place to keep up with when we go live. Any changes to the stream schedule, which I mentioned this before, I need to keep mentioning it. Streams going forward, if you missed the announcement, are going to start around 8 p.m. Eastern instead of 7:30. My son's bedtime, as he's getting older here, we're shifting it back. He needs to be awake a little bit longer before he goes to bed. So that means streams are going to now start 8 o'clock at the earliest, hopefully at the latest just a few minutes after 8. But yeah, throwing that information out for you guys. Like I said, I'll drop the room code into the chat. We're gonna take a quick break here for the Twitch ads to run. So go take a stretch, grab a snack, go to the bathroom, do what you gotta do. And yeah, if anybody wants to hop on in, get in here. We'll be back in 3. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. Well, alrighty then. There was no fee to play, but I greatly appreciate it, Beer Giant. That is a paid tier 1 subscription. Hope that you enjoy your faces. Let's get after it. Close to getting Albie? Well, as you can see, I'm not very good. I'm only birdie 2. So, you know, I'm gonna try my best. As is customary, the duo partner from stream is going to carry me. Hey, what's going on, guy? Good luck, have fun, thank you. I'm gonna need it. Playing against Stinky here. Short and Stinky. And they've got the chaps, so they play... Does that mean they play a lot of ranked tours? Think I'll be fine? I don't know, man. I got up and walked away. All momentum is probably lost. Alright, what do we got here? I think you just play the little draw. Yep, see, look at that open face. Just ruined. Absolutely ruined. Oh, it's so funny, because, like, don't get me wrong, the misses still play on Pro, but they definitely don't play anywhere near as much as they do on Master. And so, like, sometimes if I watch somebody playing, like, not ranked because I know, but sometimes my brain doesn't pick up on it if I see somebody play, like, the ranked tours on Pro. Open face club sandwich. Nom nom nom. But like sometimes I won't clock it if somebody's playing ranked tours, even though you see like some of the extra aids, my brain won't be like, ah, they're on Pro. And I'll sit there and I'll watch them miss swing paths and club face and like end up pretty close to the hole, and I'll just kind of sit there and be like, why isn't it playing? Like, they missed that. They shouldn't be anywhere close. Like, what the heck? And I'm like, oh yeah, Pro. Alright, well, so far, J Merch has 100% cost them this hole. 100% cost them this hole because they flared it out to the right and then they lipped the putt. That is on one person because the teammate put him in pretty decently from where they were. Hey, Beer, I don't know if you have any general rules of thumb about like where to leave it. If there's room to hit a chip or a pitch, I'm fine with being put in close. If there's not room to pitch it, then probably a layback is going to be the best call to get like a fuller wedge shot. I think once you get inside that 50-yard mark and there's not room to really spin or pitch it, I would not go after that pin from the rough. That's just like a losing play. That's pretty much just a losing play every single time. $50 to $60 if there's room, otherwise about 100. Okay, bet. Yeah, because I honestly, if it's like 70 yards, my lob wedge goes 100, but I'm completely okay to hit the 75%. The only caveat, I guess, to that is like that shot needs to bounce a little bit. So if it's like super front tucked, then maybe, but it's my golf bag. So I have driver, 3-wood, 3 hybrid, and then 4-iron down through the rest of the bag. I have all the wedges. Pretty much just that top part of the bag that's a little bit changed. I like having 1 hybrid in there for my long club, so I have a little bit of loft. But I don't need to have like multiple woods and multiple hybrids. Getting better clubs quickly. All the clubs are the same. All the clubs are the same, Sea-Dog. So the only thing that you could classify as like better clubs are the limited edition ones, because you don't lose your fittings when you use the Evo tool to go to the next level. But outside of that, all the clubs are the same. It's just your stats, your skill points, and your your stats, your skill points, and your fittings. But the limited edition ones, the gold clubs in the quest for career mode, after you get like the 60 wins and you do all the ridiculous stuff, those gold clubs, those are all limited edition. You get a limited edition putter from beating Tiger in the career mode, and sometimes limited edition clubs will show up in the shop. So there were Titleist T100s a couple weeks ago. Obviously you can't get them now, but there were some limited edition irons. There's a limited edition driver on level 100 of the premium Clubhouse Pass, and there was also a driver in the shop in early access. What's going on, Grams? How we doing? Also, nice shot. Put us in a good spot for a putt. And they're gonna run. It's a good line. They just left it. Just had too much heat. 136. I'm gonna run at it. It looks like it's moving a touch. I don't really know. I could miss it either direction. Like, it was a straight putt, but it looked like there was some left to right, but it also looked like there was some right to left. I'd hate those putts. There's too much subtle movement happening. Alright, a little par 3 action here. I'm curious what the next season is gonna bring in terms of what the featured archetype is gonna be and what the Clubhouse Pass skill is gonna be. Because there's gonna be one for each archetype, and I just don't know what sort of thing they're gonna bring to the table. I feel like the finesse shot is going to be something on one of them, but outside of that, I don't really know. Check the slope of the ground where you're standing. So if you have lie grid on, if you press L1 on the controller, that'll bring up the lie grid underneath your feet. That's also the same menu that lets you add loft and spin to your shot. Alright, that's just kind of mean. I don't make that many putts. But I suddenly look like I do. Five more? Well, it would be 4 more, right? But either way. Either way, like, I can see some sort of finesse shot like they had in the last game, but To be fair, I didn't know that the tie spinner was even a thing until this game brought it in, so maybe there's some other wacky shots. Maybe there's some other wacky shots out there. But like, you already have flop and super flop, so like, what do you add for recovery? You already have power drive and stinger, driver off the deck. Like, what do you add with the driver? Like, what does the powerhouse have? Are they gonna add just like a power shot? Like, is there just gonna be like an overpowered version of the other shot types? Like, is it gonna allow you to hit over 108, or is it just going to, for less accuracy, yeah, for smaller, like basically for smaller points, is it going to give you a little bit further on each club? Like, I don't know. Yeah, what's going up, Isaiah? What's going up? I mean, a lot of things I guess are going up. What's going on? Are there 5 additional ones? You might be right about that, actually. There might be one, I guess, for season 6, which I guess I'm a little bit surprised by, because that would almost imply that you would keep going for another 4 seasons after to get one for each archetype. I know they're doing one for each archetype, but maybe there is an extra one on top of that. Not the stock market. The stock market went up briefly today because there was some sort of like unverified Twitter post about the tariffs being paused or something, and then all of a sudden the markets were like, there's hope, and then it went back down. You're just gonna give it to me? Okay. Fine, we'll win 5 up. We'll win 5 up, sure. Influence money like that? I mean, look at the Wall Street bets and like what happened with GameStop and AMC over and over. Like, the modern days of trading and stuff are way different. News outlets took it by face value? Not, yeah, apparently. One person at $8, yeah. Hey, we're birdie 1 now. Yeah, suddenly they're verified. I don't get why they just keep matching us up against people that we should not be matched up against. Own broadcast of the Masters? No, I'll be working during it, and then over the weekend and stuff. Like, we're going to my grandparents for dinner. I don't have the time, and it's also technically against Twitch TOS and stuff to broadcast it. It's probably also against Augusta's terms, if I had to guess. Someone else popping in? If there's anybody else that wants in, let me know. I did not see anybody else trying to get in on it. How they plan on retaining everyone in season 2? There's probably gonna be, we were talking about it a little bit earlier, Isaiah. I think there's gonna be probably new, you gotta think that at some point here they're gonna drop a new course. Yeah, let's run a beer. If somebody else wants in, we'll get them in after this one. Yeah, I was talking about, I think season 3 should be when the Open is going on, and I would think that maybe then is when they're gonna bring in St. Andrews. So maybe they'll bring in a new course or something sooner than that in season 2. Like, we've got to be getting content updates. Like, my theory here is they put out a tweet about joining the Reddit and the Discord. They mentioned about game updates, so I'm thinking that maybe we get a game update here soon, and then we get a game update when season 2 drops. That's kind of my theory, copium, whatever you want to call it, right now. you know, I'm not really expecting more content per se in the near future. Like in the next update, I think is still going to be more bugs and stuff. But I have to imagine we're going to be getting more content at some point here, because it's already been over a month. But like the last game, they had a content like release schedule that they were kind of teasing, and everybody was waiting of like, oh, that's the next thing. We haven't had that. So like, I am wondering what is coming next. Like, are we gonna get new course, or is it gonna just be, oh, what a kick. Is it gonna be content for, that's 60 yards, so I don't know that I wanna, I'll lay it back a little bit. LOL. It's technically laid back a little bit. Sorry, that's a little bit inside. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier, Lucas. Like, I hope that there's a patch so that TGC can get underway. Like, that's something that I very much so enjoy, and a bunch of people, you know, within the streaming community and stuff very much so enjoy. But you know, it's always kind of comes back to that we're just a small section of the people that play the game, and so I still think that the performance and some of those things, oh, they hit just a regular pitch there, are bigger things to tackle. Yeah, I mean, if they drop that, on like Thursday or something, that would be sick, and a very big and well kept secret. But I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. But yeah, Lucas, we were talking about, like, I think the course designers, you know, are the bigger key to the success of this game on the whole than TGC is. I think to our small subsect, they're very much so tied, and TGC is a big part of it. But I am trying to approach this game, I don't want to say decoupled from TGC, but I'm trying to approach this game in terms of my enjoyment, the pacing of things, and the content that I create, not solely dependent on TGC. Because right now, you know, a lot of the viewage of stream and the enjoyment of things, a lot of stuff is predicated on TGC being a thing that is going on. And I don't want to, like, live and die by a third party, so to speak. Yo, what's going on, Walk? Welcome back. Hello, hello. Game is nothing, it'd be dead inside a month to you. Yeah, I was be the same as EA with the 15 to 20 courses on ranked. Yeah, for me, Lucas, I was saying, like, I think I could still get a couple 100 hours out of the game with the course set that it has. Because I'd play through career mode, right? Maybe play through with, you know, build out different characters, play through the career mode. I could probably do like a season or so of ranked tours. You know, I could play some matchmaking for like a season or so. But outside of that, yeah, like once I get through that first 200 to maybe 300 hours tops, then I'd be like, okay, like even if there was TGC, because this is effectively TGC in the most generic sense, with an official roster, you know, an official course set, and basic conditions. I say this, I mean ranked tours. Relatively small sample size of those that enjoy the game. Exactly. If I pull up the numbers on TGC from qualifiers for 2K23, it was probably about 3,000 people. I'm gonna pull it up so I'm not pulling numbers out of my behind here. So at the keg farm, that was actually only 2247. I don't know where they peak at active players, but let's call it 2,500 just to be like strong as. But you get more than 3,000 people that play through the course of the season and the life cycle. But okay, say 2,500 max concurrent players, right? Max concurrent players on PGA Tour 2K25 on PC, because I don't have PC has the data available. You don't have it for console, which is the larger playset. As of right now, there are over 3,000 people playing the game on PC. And I'd be willing to wager that Xbox and PlayStation each are at least 150% larger. Right, like if I realistically had to... Oh. Dang, just missed it though. If I had to give a realistic, that I would say there's at least 9,000 other people playing. And so if you said that all 2,500 are playing concurrently, right, because that's not the most that are playing, that's not how many players are on within a day, that's how many players are on right now. Like, you just start to drop to a really small percentage. You just start to drop to a really small percentage of the player base. One thing to get fixed and it's up and running, it's not like it doesn't think. I think so, Lucas. But I think the problem is what the bug is. The bug is that the conditions stay the same when you go straight into the next round from the end of a round. Like, yes, that's a big deal to us, but I'm just thinking about, like, how many players are playing societies, and of those players that are playing societies, how many are playing 4-round or multi-round societies. Like, I would wager that the majority of the playtime in this game is career mode, ranked matchmaking, and ranked tours. Society play is huge for us. That is probably the smallest bit. Well, I don't think it's that they're not pushing Augusta for the right Sea Dog. I just don't think Augusta wants to give them the rights. No matter how much they ask, it might be that either they don't want to, or the price that they're asking is too much compared to what they're willing to pay. You're over 200 hours and you struggle to make sense of it all? Make it look easy? Well, Isaiah, I'm gonna counter with this. We have 114 hours in this game, but between 2K21 and 2K23, I think I have 2,300 hours. So, like, we're closing in on, like, 2,500 hours worth of 2K golf games. Hey, take it easy, Sea-Dog. Have a good one. I'll catch you later. So there's a lot of knowledge of the physics and everything that I'm taking into it. That I'm bringing into this, and then I'm just, adapting to the new game mechanics. So it's definitely less of a jump. 176. I say it's playing like 169 nice. So let's take a little off of this. Just draw it back over to the front, bounce it up, stick it. Spicy. Spicy. I'm telling you, they're gonna give me a hole out one of these times. Whether it's an eagle hole out or a hole in one, we have been flirting with the hole. The hole has just been putting me in the friend zone all night. Playing 23 I don't think really mattered in terms of the adjustment to the swing, Isaiah. I think what mattered more was the number of hours. Like, you could look at it one way of like, you know, hundreds of hours, thousands of hours of trying to hit a straight line, but the way I look at it is thousands of hours trying to be able to replicate a down and back input. And so it took a little bit for things to click and me trying some different things. But once I found the swing feel that works for me, and so for me, you know, I always say start with a consistent setup, right? Treat it like real golf. Try and have a pre-shot routine, a consistent setup to get you squared away first and foremost. This is playing probably about 119. Wind a little bit in. Yeah, we're gonna play this 93%, slightly uphill, wind. I just didn't want to be too far right in case it didn't go through the wind. But set up to each shot the same way, right? So I sit in my chair, I square up, like I have my left elbow is tucked in between the armrest and the back of my seat, and I always have my hand sitting like the same way on my thigh. Just gives me consistency, right? If you're sitting on the couch and you're sitting different ways, like that's way number one to give yourself inconsistency, right? So I'm trying to remove variables. I personally, now this is where it like kind of really becomes personal. For me, I swing left stick, left thumb. Oh, good putt. I swing left stick, left thumb. I hold the controller personally on a diagonal. And I swing the draw swing. I feel like I'm swinging way in to straight. Like that's the swing feel that I've found. So you kind of have to find the feel that gives the output that you're looking for. Don't necessarily focus on it. Like, go to the range and mess around with it. Dang. Don't necessarily, like, focus on the, oh, I have to swing left to right or I have to swing right to left. Find the grip and find the swing feel to find where your swing path is. And then kind of once you've nailed down, like, where your swing path is, like, pay attention then to where you finish. And it's like, okay, I feel like I need to finish. Because you can use it all as relative, right? If you swing down and your like straight feel is right, then maybe you feel like you swing left to left. Or if your straight feel is right on the money, then keep it. If it's to the left, like maybe you feel like you're swinging to the right. Ultimately, it just matters, you know, the result. It doesn't matter what the feel is, right? It's the same way that in real golf, as you're doing drills and things, they're gonna be over-exaggerated, but the result is going to be more what you want. So like, do that, and then putting is gonna be, like real golf, a different grip. I try and leave my hand in the same place and get a different swing feel. So like my straight line is like, I feel like I'm pushing out to the right and finishing more straight left. It's all just about like relative feels. What's going on, Rick? You add 12 to 15 more waggles before each shot. Yeah, and you can also, as I know that's a joke. You can add a little bit of the like pump fakes, right? Maybe that helps you to feel like you're finding your swing line, right? Feel that takeaway and be like, yep, that's the feel that I like, and then you try and replicate it. From there, it's all reps, right? From there, it's all reps, but you want to take away as many variables as you can, because as you can then get more consistent with your inputs, you can feel really confident as you get better with your reads of wind and elevation and lie and everything. You have a much better time attacking, reducing your proximity. You start taking away, those errant shots. You're not in the rough as much. You have more opportunities to score birdies. You don't have to be scrambling as much. You don't need those recovery shots as often. Like, everything starts to really build out from there. With the shadow, I was really starting to struggle with, where the heck is this flag? Still left it low. Close. Susan Tiger was tell me you're playing on the OG Xbox without telling me you're playing on the OG Xbox. Just mash the black button and the white button. It's been a long time since I've heard about those buttons. I didn't have an Xbox growing up. For me, playing the Xbox was just whenever I would go over to my buddies and play Halo. What good times those were. All-nighters playing some Halo with the homies. Always a grand old time. Always a grand old time. Freaking love that. Some Halo 2. Into the wee hours of the morning, playing some couch. And not really co-op, because most of the time you're playing multiplayer. All-nighter Halo 2 LAN parties. Yeah, I remember a couple of times being at my buddy's house, and we would have, one of them would bring over an Xbox, and so like play 2v2, like LAN it from one room to the other so you couldn't screen peek. Although it was funny for me because I didn't have an Xbox, so that was all I ever played, so I was way worse. I was way worse than my friends were. But I remember playing on one of them, and I ran out as bait. So my friend was sniping, and I ran out just to like draw the other guys out, and he just starts freaking picking them off. Tiger Woods 04 was an awesome game. My first Tiger entry was 06 on the PS2. Yeah, I'd be interested to know. I didn't put like crazy amounts of hours into it, but it would be interesting to know like how much time I spent on those old PS2 games, because I played the PlayStation 2 a lot. Like I had probably a ton of hours in like Gran Turismo 4 amongst some other games. Oh, I let it get too far inside. Dang. Dang. I like thought about it at the end. I was like, the pace I'm hitting this, it might take some of this right to left breakout and break more at the end, and I didn't make the right adjustment. What up, Stash? You remember Cyber Tiger on PS1? Cyber Tiger, I've never heard of that. Sega GT 2002 was your go-to racing game? That and Rally Sport 1? I think my first racing game, if you want to call it that, well, I guess it would technically have been NASCAR Thunder 2004. The one I was going to say was ATV Off-Road Fury, because technically it had a racing mode on it. Yeah, I had those. And then Gran Turismo 3 I put a bunch of time into. But then I really liked 4 because I ended up getting into the B spec, probably because I just felt like I could win more. Hey, get in there. Congrats on Albie. I'm just continuing to hang out in birdie. Get to eagle at some point here. All right, do we have any? We got any takers on the ranked duos? Anybody else want to get in, or are we running it with beer again? First golfing game was Tiger Woods 99 on PC. Swing clicking with the mouse was brutal. Yeah, I don't have that experience. Like I know nothing about the old Tiger games or the old 3-click stuff or Golden Tee or any of that. I haven't played any of it. I mean, to be fair, in 99 I was 4 years old, so I was maybe playing some like Tonka racing games at that point, maybe some Sesame Street or something like that. What's going on, NASA? How are you doing? Ouch. I know this hairline is deceiving. This hairline is deceiving. People must often think that I am much older, but nope, I turned 30 this year. Turned 30 in July. Get to celebrate with the Open. I think the Open is actually over my birthday. The Open. Give me the 2025 date. Oh, it's right before my birthday. July 17th to the 20th. My birthday's on a Thursday this year? Okay. Okay. They've expanded the courses for ranked nicely? Have they actually? I feel like that's sarcasm. I feel like I have played this course so much between ranked and ranked tours. I just need, like, we have so many courses. I don't understand why it's a smaller subset that I feel like we see all the time on ranked. And when you're playing this on like Master or Legend with a crosswind, like a high crosswind, this hole is brutal. This hole is absolutely brutal if you catch it in the wrong setup and miss. They're going right at it. No, I didn't give it enough. Shame that. That was a good give. Well, at least putting's brutal for everybody in this game. I say everybody. I know there are a handful of guys that I see that just like don't seem to miss. They added this, Central Otago, and a few others. I mean, maybe I just haven't noticed. Maybe they have just like recently updated it and it hasn't really like clocked. I mean, I appreciate that there's maybe some extra variability when it comes to ranked just because you have front 9 and back 9. But they've got something like 40 courses. You would think with that many courses that maybe, just maybe, we could see more of. I guess I don't know why they don't open the whole set and have it be like randomly through 80. I mean, I guess it's, I don't know. know. I guess they want people to get familiar with stuff. Trust their reviewers to make sure that, yeah, but they're all 2K official courses, and they're already in ranked tours. I mean, we're playing Central Otago on ranked tours for the daily today. You have, they're all on career mode. So, like, they're already reviewed. So I guess I don't really, I'm sure there's some sort of reasoning. They want to spice it up a little bit as time goes on, but like if you do that, I don't know, I feel like you run the risk of nice shot. Oh, that's beautiful. Such a hard hole too, because it's so high up the hill that the ball flight really gets cut short. Yes, it does rake. Yes, it does. That is where the large majority of courses that we play through the course of this game will come from. Right now we're playing a lot of ranked and ranked tours and stuff, but as time goes on and we play TGC tours and probably check out user design courses, like that is very much so what gives this game longevity. Zeaton, thank you for the follow. Let me know if I'm butchering that, but thank you very much. Hope you're doing well. Makes you want to boot up Sid Meier's Sim Golf? I can guarantee you the courses you can make in this versus Sid Meier's are way more intricate. Feels like it's gonna be short until it isn't. Yeah, I mean, the ball carries an extra 16 yards just from the elevation, let alone once you start adding in the wind and everything. All good. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. But I appreciate when there are courses with elevation and wind on ranked. Like, I think that's a big component that is missing a lot of the time. Which is what you get a lot of the time when you play like the standard kind of PGA courses. The default winds are pretty low and the courses are fairly flat. It's just another level of skill on top of the inputs. There we go, come on. Missed the first one, made a good adjustment on that one though. Sid Meier's is good for one thing only, Civ. Haven't played the other one. Have you, actually, I don't know, is it even out yet? Have you played the new Civ, or will you play the new Civ? I imagine you would, right, Doctor? Was it Civ 7? You can play it on the Switch too, with their mouse controls, which is actually, honestly, kind of a really good game for that. Probably makes, if the performance is there, probably makes that the second best platform to play a Civ game on. You played a bit of it? Okay, yeah, it is out. But yeah, it's like PC and then Switch 2 because it has the mouse thing. I mean, I guess PlayStation and Xbox have stuff to set up, but it's not native. You'd have to provide your own. Civ Revolution 2, when? I don't know enough about the Civ games to know all the like branch stuff, just the main line. Sid Meier version of Humankind, which was not good. I'm not familiar with Humankind. I guess I'm not familiar with that genre enough to really have strong formulated opinions. They can't quite seem to make much of anything. Doesn't feel like Civ at all. 5 was pushing it. I have played... Honestly, I feel like I played like Civ 3 or something way back when. And then I played... What's the one that was... One of them was free and we played like one playthrough of it. Sid Meier's... I played 5. I played just under 27 hours of 5 back in 2020. It's the last time I've touched a Civ game. It's fun. It's just... for me, I guess not the best stream game. Mostly because the hard part that you run into is like your crossover enjoyment. Yeah, with the people that watch the stream. I want to play this too, but I'm actually just gonna play this pretty far back here. I'm just gonna leave you a fuller shot so you can loft up a lob wedge. No point in trying to push that down there with the front pin. Alright, take it easy, Isaiah. Have a good one, man. Thank you for hanging out. Who's your favorite? 4 was fun though. Yeah, I think it was Civ 3. My uncle had given me, he had the game on PC, so I had like I used to have the like PC CD giant case back on like our old Windows XP computer. I didn't play it a lot though. I remember playing it briefly. Humankind had you switching who you're playing as every era. If you want to play as a specific late game Civ, you need to unlock it through in-game tasks and such. So 7 did the exact same thing, polished a little better, but it's hard for you to look as a Civ game and not Humankind 2.0. Okay. Grip and rip it out of a 99% buried. Yeah, just plug it short side. Full swing to just barely get it on the green. Ooh, a little backspin action. All right. All right. This ball's going well left. So far above his feet. I mean, it's a short shot, so I don't know how far it can get left, but you need a Billy Horschel left-hander shot. Yeah, it's not as crazy when you're playing on like playing a shorter shot, but on a long shot. All right, let's just end it, right? Let's just end it. Center cup. Center cup. Get out of here. Get out of here. Masters IRL, Spence? Oh, that wasn't... I miscounted the number of holes. For some reason, I read 14 and like thought we were further along. That's just a good push then. My bad. I know what... I think I saw the 3 up and was like, oh, one more and we're good. That was completely wrong. Yeah, it's Masters IRL this week, Spencer. It is Masters IRL this week. Get the par 3 started on Wednesday, and then the tournament starts on Thursday. Pimento cheese sandwich, anyone? I'll take the pass. It's a little late for a sandwich for me. Certification test in the morning, 1 sleep. Good luck, doctor. Good luck, good luck, good luck. And good night. Need to be well rested. This is playing about 286. I don't know what the wind is, but that sounds like 3 wood all day. That sounds like 3 wood all day long. Yeah, I honestly, like, I don't have driver off the deck in my bag, and I really don't really don't miss it. I really don't think it's necessary. Personally. Especially with being able to get, you know, a couple percent overpower on the 3-wood fairly consistently. Look at that. He's too strong. He's too strong. So the par 3 at Augusta, it's not part of the official tournament, right? Like, your score at it doesn't matter, but it is a tradition that they have where the guys will go out. Typically, their spouse or significant other will caddy. Their families are there. It's just a really wholesome and fun time. Your score officially counts for the par 3 competition if you play all of the shots, but you know, your family and stuff are allowed to play, you know, either play the full shot or finish off a putt. If you do, it just doesn't go into the official scorecard, but it's just like a really fun family day the day before. Skipping across the water shot, is that during the par 3, or is that at a different time? Where they do the skipping, they have like the caddies will try and skip shots too. I think that's it's on the 16th. At the Palmer Invitation, I don't know if they do something at the Palmer. I haven't heard of that, but that's a yearly tradition at the Masters. Who besides Tiger we rooting for? I'm rooting for most guys, honestly. Like, I do like a lot of the guys on tour, but like Scotty, would be cool to see Rory get the 4th. You know, Hovland, Oberg. Love to see Spieth or JT play well. Like, I like a lot of the guys. I'd say I like a good number of guys. I'm indifferent towards most. There's not many that I'm like, ugh, you know. Yeah, I'm curious to see who from LIV is playing well. I know somebody was saying about DeChambeau playing well, which wouldn't surprise me, like with his YouTube stuff and everything, that he's still playing well. You know, and a fair number of those guys showed up at the majors last year, especially the Masters, so yeah, we'll see. It's kind of like that question of, it's another year removed. Yeah, so another year back from playing the same level of competitive golf on tour. You know, where do these guys stand? I don't know. It had just enough legs. It had just enough legs. No, Tiger's not playing. Tiger's not playing. He had surgery. That is 100% correct. I'd love to see Tommy just get a win on tour. He's a very good. I love the way he strikes his irons and stuff. It just, I don't know if it's a pressure thing. He just can't get the dub on tour on US soil. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't, the matchmaking, like, we should not be playing against bogey ranked players. Like, that's got to be such a bad feeling. I don't know if they're on a win streak or something and that's why, but it's just like getting thrown in front of a freight train. Just getting thrown in front of an absolute freight train. That just feels bad, man. I'd hate to be on the other end of that. But they should come by stream. They should come by stream and learn. Hey, thanks for playing, Beer. Good stuff. We're let's check it out. Let's take a look-see at the record here real quick. Ranked duos, we are sitting on 38-2. 38-2. I haven't played solos in a minute, but we're 11-0 in solos. I just don't have the time. I mean, it takes me an hour to play like 3 matches of ranked, so yeah. 3-4 matches an hour. I don't have that much time to just sit and grind ranked. Next big name, so you guess Phil. It'd be interesting to see Phil up top again. I wouldn't put it past him. I don't know how he's playing these days. Since he's gone to LIV. Whatever happened to that controversy? Controversy's still there. They're trying to effectively make amends right now. Like the PGA Tour and LIV are in discussion, but the latest thing, I think LIV offered like $1.5 billion to effectively combine, like get the guys back onto the tour, but also keep the LIV tour as like a separate additional thing. I don't really know how that was going to function. The PGA Tour struck it down. I don't think they're looking to keep both going. I think it's going to be that LIV will just get absorbed back in and they will become like one unit together. So I don't really know what the plan is there, to be honest. I don't know what's going to come of it. But I think that's kind of where the LIV stuff stands. And I think, as far as I'm aware, a fair number of the guys who like joined initially, like their contracts are only through maybe next year or something. So the longer that this stuff runs out with, rejoining the tour unresolved, it'll be interesting to see, because I can't imagine that LIV is getting their money back right now. I feel like right now LIV is kind of running on a big deficit of how much that they've paid these guys and just like what they're gonna get in return. So remains to be seen. We shall see. All right. Well, this is going to bring us to the end of our stream for Monday. I just want to say thank you all for hanging out. It was a great stream. Appreciate you all. Happy Masters Week. Again, we will be enjoying the Masters build up all week long. We'll be able to talk about it Thursday once there's been some actual golfing going. If you are new here and you enjoyed, follow on the Twitch, sub on the YouTube, be greatly appreciated. But honestly, I think the thing that I need to be pushing more is likes on the YouTube video. So if you can drop a like on the stream if you enjoyed it every time you watch. I know that's maybe a lot to ask, but I gotta ask. I'm asking very nicely, please. That helps me out a lot, because YouTube, that's the only way that YouTube knows. That's the only way that YouTube knows that you're enjoying it. Yeah, let me grab a link. We technically have 2, but I'll push the main one. So there's the link to the YouTube stream. I typically don't post it too much. I just kind of mention it, but since you asked, I'll oblige. But yeah. We have a Discord, best place to keep up with when we go live, because their notifications are pretty good. And any changes to the stream schedule, which is now starting around 8 p.m. So in case you've missed that, I'm going to try and repeat myself so that as many people are aware of the new schedule. My son is 2 years old now. He's getting older. Bedtime's got to shift back, which means stream time's got to shift back. So instead of 7:30 to 7:45, it's going to be like an 8 to 8:15, hopefully closer to 8 p.m. start. I'm going to try and have stuff set up so I can finish helping put him to bed and then get on. But that's dad life. Streams are going to be a little bit shorter and a little bit later. It's either that or we don't stream. So we're going to stream just a little bit later. Anywho, We're gonna try and find somebody to host. I just hosted you. Everybody else is playing not golf. Which is always like the hard. There's always like the hard part of things is trying to find somebody to host. Honestly, it's harder than hitting the golf ball towards the small hole sometimes. Why it has to be this difficult, I don't know, because I don't like just hosting people that I don't know, because they're not screened, so to speak. They've been streaming for 5 hours. I know, at this point I'm just rambling on, and I apologize. But that is a YouTube sub. Spencer, Beer, thank you very much for the YouTube subs. Appreciate that. Yeah, we stream on all the platforms. Well, not all the platforms, but we stream on Twitch. We stream twice on YouTube, horizontal and vertical. You know, whatever you fancy. Whatever you fancy. So yeah, if you're watching vertically and you want to watch horizontal, we have that on both YouTube and Twitch. So pick your poison. Pick your platform. No mic or cam. All right, well then I guess we're not going there. All right, whatever. We're gonna go to an old buddy of mine. He's playing some marbles. All right, which I know may be a little bit different. Some marbles on stream, but he plays a lot of Super Mario, plays a lot of Dark Souls and Elden Ring stuff. I have known this man for years. At this point, you're in good hands. You want to get into the chaos of some marbles, go and have fun with that. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Mondays. We'll be back here tomorrow night, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you then. All right, good night. Peace.